Hi, you guys. It's Yaz, and today I'm going to talk about how the narcissist sees you. How do you think the narcissist looks at you? Well, I'm going to get into underneath how a narcissist really sees you. You got to understand something. A narcissist may have got with you for two reasons, okay? And I'm going to get into those two reasons why the narcissist got with you. And the first reason the narcissist may have got with you is because they knew from the onset that you had something that they wanted, okay? It was a supply that they wanted. See, narcissists are predators, and they're going to prey on you. So they must have seen something in you. They knew they weren't into you, but they saw something that they wanted, okay? It could have been sex. It could have been money. It could have been a place to live. It could have been something that you had to offer them. And so from the onset, the narcissist knew they were going to come in there and they were going to manipulate you for something, all right? It was never genuine. It was never real. And they never had an intent on being with you. The other reason that narcissists get with you is because they have fantasized about you. They have built you up in their head to be something that you're not, okay? The way they build the fantasy in your head, they also have a fantasy of you that they build up in their heads, all right? And a lot of times, that's a lustful thing. They are lusting after you, all right? So those are the reasons that narcissists generally get with someone. It's oversupply or over lust, right? But the way that a narcissist sees you is a narcissist thinks they're smarter than you. Just flat out, a narcissist thinks they're smarter than you. They think that you're naive. You may not know the game. They think they're a lot more street smart than you are. And especially if you're the type of person that believes in romance, they automatically think of you as a sucker because narcissists, they're not into romance or love or anything like that. They don't trust love. So people say all the time, well, do they love me? Narcissists don't trust love. So you never had real love with that narcissist, okay? Because the narcissist never gave completely to you. They never submitted to you. They never believed in love because they didn't trust love. So they were with you for other reasons. They pretended to be, though. But the way that a narcissist looks at you and the way that a narcissist is a predator is that a narcissist is not going to generally go after somebody that is too strong, okay? So they feel a person that is too strong will be impossible to manipulate. Let's say somebody has strong boundaries. They're not going to get anywhere with somebody like that. Or let's say we have somebody who doesn't believe every word that comes out of someone's mouth. They're not going to get anywhere with somebody like that, okay? So they automatically assume because you're a nice person or maybe you're an empathic type of person, they automatically assume that you're stupid, you're a sucker, you believed every word that came out of their mouths, all right? And they test you. That's why a lot of them move incredibly fast to see how much they can get in a short period of time. They're going to rush the relationship. They're going to tell you they love you very quickly, all right? And a lot of people fall for that, all right? And the people that fall for that are the ones that the narcissist knows are naive, stupid in their minds because they believe everything that the narcissist is telling them. See, the narcissist thinks that they can out-talk their way out of anything. They're fast talkers. They feel they can, manipulate you. So that if they feel they can manipulate you, they automatically think that they're smarter than you and that you're stupid and naive. And even when you break up with the narcissist, a lot of times the narcissist is not really panicking the way people think they're panicking. They may even like that breakup because it gives them time to go out, have fun for themselves, and then come back and, circle around and hoover you. So the narcissist is not panicking about it a lot of times because they feel that they're smarter than you and that they could get you back. A lot of times narcissists think they could get you back. Why? Because they had you at one point. So they think you're naive and that they could, re-love bomb you and get that supply back out of you. And some people, they do. Some people, they're able to manipulate over and over. Some people keep taking the narcissist back and back. And so the narcissist knows they have the upper hand. They know these people don't know the game. And they just pretend to fool them by saying, oh, things will be different, or let's move on from here, or something along those lines. So people believe that, okay? They believe that. That's why, when somebody shows you who they are the first time, it's got to be done. It's got to be a wrap, because they're going to, like I said before in my other podcast, they're just going to keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again. What you allow is what you get back, and also what the narcissist will think about you. The more that you let that narcissist get over or break your boundaries, the more the narcissist thinks you're weak, you're desperate, you're stupid, okay? So let me get into this. A narcissist in the beginning of a relationship, they test you to just see how naive and stupid you could be, all right? And the way that they do that is they may not call you back, they may ghost you, and they're going to watch your response to see how do you react to that, okay? If you just let it go and be like, oh, okay, maybe they're busy, all right? Oh, they might be busy, all right? Meanwhile, you've been calling them all night and they don't respond. They're going to automatically think that you're naive. And especially, the more you just let them keep breaking your boundaries or disrespecting you. Obviously, if somebody ghosts you, that is mad disrespect. When somebody ghosts you, they absolutely have no respect for you, okay? They couldn't care less what you think, what you thought, or what you have to say. And that's the way the narcissist is, all right? They have no respect for you, because a lot of times people keep giving passes to the narcissist and let them do what they want to do. Or they make excuses for the narcissist, like, oh, they're busy, or, oh, they had a rough childhood. So the more excuses you make and the more passes you give that narcissist, the more they think you're stupid, all right? So, don't be a sucker. Once somebody shows you who they are, you have to see them for who they are, all right? So you have to understand something. The narcissist always thinks they're more clever than everybody else. And this is one of their biggest weaknesses. They underestimate somebody. And they especially underestimate somebody like an awakened empath. And then that awakened empath ends up leaving them, okay? Because the narcissist thinks they can keep stepping on people's toes and keep doing it. And they think that person is always going to be around. And that's where they get blindsided, because people get up and leave them and they can't believe it. At that point, they're like, oh, they left, did they finally leave for good? It's never real in a narcissist's mind. So that even when you do eventually leave the narcissist, they still try you. And you say to yourself, how could this person come back after I walked away from them? Maybe you even said something to them, telling them how toxic they were, and they still try you, because they think that they can worm their way back into your lives. And they think, they use the way they manipulate, like I said in my podcast yesterday, why you can't be friends with a narcissist is because they'll use something like friends to keep the line of access to you. So they'll tell you, oh, let's be friends. Let's be friends. And if you agree to that, they automatically think that you're stupid or you're desperate for them, okay? Because they're saying to themselves, well, you're going to be friends with me after everything I did to you? You really have no self-worth. That's what they're thinking in their minds, but they're not telling you that, okay? But deep down, they feel that if you keep letting them come into your life, you must be desperate or stupid, okay? And the other thing, too, is, they also realize that you don't see them, and initially you didn't see them for what they were doing. So again, they feel superior because they feel that you don't know the game. It's like when you ask the narcissist a question and they gaslight you and you sit there and say, well, what did you mean by that? Or why are you talking about this? Or automatically the narcissist knows you don't see them for what they're doing. And so they're going to automatically know that you don't know the game and that, you're naive and you're a sucker in their minds. This is how they really, really think. I hate to tell people this because a narcissist always looks down on other people that they're manipulating. So, the more nice you are to the narcissist, the more they look at you as stupid. Unfortunately, that's just a reality. They look at you as stupid because, you're too open, you're too nice, you're showing too much vulnerability, all right? And I also did another podcast like a couple of days ago where I talked about when you look weak to the narcissist. And I gave you the times that you would look weak to the narcissist. I'm not going to get into all of that in this podcast. But what I did wanted to say today, all right, sorry, you guys, it's like 6:30 in the morning here. This is when I have to podcast in order to get peace and quiet. Is that this, you guys, because you have a good heart, because you give people a chance, you are automatically looked at by the narcissist as stupid and naive. It's like I had somebody in my family, all right, who was married to one of my siblings come up to me before they married my sibling, and they said, I've been around the block. That person hasn't been. So they were coming to me and telling me basically that they think they're smarter than my sister or brother and that they're going to take them for a ride, okay? And that's how the narcissist thinks. They think they're smarter. They think they're more streetwise, all right? They know how to play all these games. They know how to be passive aggressive. They know how to kill people with kindness, manipulate people. They know how to run cold. And you're sitting there trying to figure out the narcissist, and that automatically labels you as stupid because you don't see what they're doing. So if you don't see what they're doing, the gaslighting, the lies, the blame shifting, the triangulation, when you don't see what they're doing, they automatically look at you as naive and stupid, okay? That's just a fact. They're going to just look at you as naive and stupid and say, well, you must have lived a sheltered life. You don't know how the world is, all right? Because narcissists, and listen to me when I tell you, I've been around narcissists my whole life. They all look at the world as, a very cruel place, a vicious place, a place that you got to always be one step ahead. You got to be, street smart and smarter than the next guy. You got to know how to play people. I've had people in my family tell me, you have to know how to play the game. Okay. All of these kind of things, because it is a game with the narcissist. And if you're not playing the game with the narcissist, they automatically think that you're stupid. All right. You're stupid. If you're not playing the game and you're still there, then they think you're stupid, all right? Obviously, the best thing to do is to not play the game and get out of the game and disengage with people once you see any kind of shady shit, all right? But unfortunately, when you're truthful, open, honest, you're a truth teller type of person, a lot of times when you get caught in the web of narcissists, they will set you up. Okay, they will set you up to a point where nobody will believe you because they'll manipulate everybody else, gang up against you to make you look like the bad guy. And how do I know? Because I have been in that position, all right, where I am the truth teller. I have spoken the truth. And because other people were manipulated by the master covert narcissist, nobody believed me. And I was looked at as stupid, naive, because I was too open and too honest, all right? So when you're too open, too honest, you become a target for the narcissist, and that's why they think you're stupid, because you wear your heart on a sleeve, you tell people how you feel, how you think, and the covert narcissist will set you up. They will set you up, okay, to try to twist it around to try to hurt you. And that's another thing too. When you're a strong person and they know they can't get to you, they're going to use others, all right? Again, the covert narcissist is going to use others to try to hurt you. So, the more open, the more honest you are, the more they think that you're naive and stupid, all right? So, because they would never be open and honest, because they're afraid of getting hurt and they don't trust anybody, and they feel like by you being open and honest like that, you're setting yourself up to get hurt. So how smart could you be? You couldn't be that smart if you're doing that, because they don't believe in honesty. They don't believe in truth. They're not people of truth. They're deceivers. They're, minions of the devil. They're demons. They work in confusion and chaos, the way the devil works. So, and what they want to do is take you down. They want to take God's children down that way too. They want you to lose your faith and your honesty and your truth. So, this is how they try to break you. So the more you're, truthful, a person of God, the more they're going to hate you because you're somebody that they can't be, because they don't have the courage to be truthful. A lot of them will talk about you behind your back because they are a coward, because they don't have the guts to tell you what they think about you to your face. They've got to do it behind your back because they know that if they ever came to you and told you what they really thought, you would destroy them and rip them to pieces. So they're cowardly in the sense that they can't take you on head on. Some of them, this is the covert narcissist, not necessarily the malignant narcissist, all right? They will tell you what they think of you, and it could get very violent in a situation with a malignant narcissist. But you guys, in general, how the narcissist sees you, they see you as beneath them. They see you as naive. You have a naive look on life. You're not street smart like them. They think they can weasel their way back into your lives at any point. They give it time sometime and they try to weasel their way back into your life. So that's why you got to be strong, you guys. When somebody shows you or you see red flags, you've got to say, not today, Satan. I'm out of here. This person is showing me who they are. I have to walk away, because this is like when the person goes back to the narcissist and they think they've changed and everything. The narcissist knows they're not changing. They know they're not going to change. They're just manipulating you, drawing you back in, re-love bombing you. And a lot of people believe it. They get back with the narcissist. The narcissist is good for a little while, and then they go back to their old ways because they never had any intent on changing. And every time you take that narcissist back, your value goes down, all right? They automatically think you're stupid if you keep taking that narcissist back, and they'll have less and less and less respect for you. Okay. So the more that you let a narcissist get away with things, the less respect they're going to have for you. That's why, unfortunately, you have to let them go. Fortunately, you have to let them go, rather. All right. Because if you don't, the narcissist will step on you like a cockroach. Okay. They will step on you like a cockroach and think that you're stupid. You're a sucker. All right. So if they've gotten any supply out of you, they automatically think that you're very naive and you believe words and you let them move fast. They're automatically going to think that, you don't know the game. They're superior to you, and they will manipulate you and they'll manipulate your emotions. So you've got to, the minute you see this person break your boundaries, or the minute they do things, ghost, lie to you, don't take accountability, all the red flags that we talk about in narcissism is the minute that you got to step back, disengage, and not get close to that person. Okay? So sorry to tell you, you guys, that's really how a narcissist looks at you. They think they're slick. They think they're smarter. They think because you're nice, you're naive. They automatically think a nice person is naive. And they think that they can, always win, all right? They think they could always beat you out. They could always win. They're overconfident. But they do get blindsided because people do walk out of their lives and have nothing to do with them again, all right? So I hope that helps you. If it does, hit the subscribe button. Share the podcast, share the video to spread the awareness. If you're looking for confidential one-on-one phone coaching, check out the link in the bio. I have limited time because I'm working on another big project. Check out my YouTube where I lay it down, over 7,000 videos, all on different topics of narcissism, a lot on covert narcissists. Check out Facebook and Instagram for other reels and videos at The Game EXP123. And TikTok, you guys, is The Game Exposed. And have a great day.